Hi guys, welcome to Cumbrian Lad Outdoors and welcome to today's video. We're out in the Wasdale area and we're heading up to Greendale Tarn for a wild camp tonight. As you can see, we've got a bit of mist. Beautiful coming through Penrith, nice and clear, but as soon as I went past Keswick, the mist came in and yeah, it is clearing a little bit. So it wasn't even worthwhile heading down to the lake. I was going to try and get some drone footage down there. So yeah, we're just on our way up to Greendale Tarn and I'll spin you around. As you can see, I'm joined by Daz and Andy from the Bewley Brothers. So yeah, hoping that the cloud and that's going to clear and we'll get some good views from at the top. So we're going to crack on and we'll see you along the way. Oh, and now it's time for the customary walk past the camera shot. As usual, I've picked the steepest bit. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely not going to pick a steep bit next time we do one of these. Oh, cracky. Hat's coming off.
Yeah, mine was off 5 minutes ago.
So then you've got to walk all the way back. All the way back and pick the camera up. Oh, things you do for a YouTube video. So looking back the way, as you can see, it's still very misty, but we'll do a slow past these two handsome fellas, model material. But if we do look up the way, it is starting to clear. A little bit of mist just billowing in from the left, but yeah, it's starting to clear. So yeah, we'll get this steep bit out the road and then we'll see what the views are like. So we've only come up, what, about 10 metres from the last spot, and if I spin you around, we're right above the mist now and we've got a full cloud inversion right above Wastwater. How bonny is that? Absolutely stunning. And the mist, the cloud goes on for miles. So I must have driven an easy 20 mile in the mist. I'll just pan you down into the valley. You can just and so make the trees out. That is something else. That's beautiful. Literally just above it.
How mental is that?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Different world down there.
Yeah. And there's not a cloud in the sky up here. It's red hot. Yeah, not a breath of wind. Daz's hat's off, same as me. Jackets are unzipped. Sweating cobs. But yeah, worth it for this, man. Absolutely beautiful.
Man, that's nuts. The trees like a summer's day.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's have a dip in the town.
Yeah. And just on the other side there, and that mountain in the middle, I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but there is just the odd dot of snow left. It was, like I say, it was hard frost this morning, so yeah. Right, that's enough excuses. We've still got that to go yet, so we shall crack on. Right, so that's that first steep bit up the road. As you can see, the path levels off. I just got a little wee river that runs down from the tarn in the bottom of the gully there, and it looks like, unfortunately, we are going to lose this magnificent view as we go up towards the tarn, which is a real shame because that is absolutely stunning, as we've already said. So yeah, on we go. Let's get up to that tarn and get the tents pitched. So yeah, we're leaving that lovely cloud inversion behind, and we're just slowly starting to climb up this little river. It's quite slippy and wet. It's definitely not as high as I would have expected with the rainfall that we've had recently. But yeah, getting a bit scrambly now, and we're slowly making our way to the top. Oh wow, we're just taking the opportunity for another wee break here just by the river. Although Mother Nature's pulled it out the bag with the weather, obviously it sent us a screwball. I've got my winter walking pants on. As you can see, I had a jumper and a hat on, that's off. Red in the face. Not that I'm complaining, stripped off and starting to cool down a wee bit now, but yeah, I just need a wee bit of a breather. So we are just starting to get to the level where the ground's levelling off, a bit smoother going, although it's a bit rocky. But I'll just spin you around, and I'm not sure whether the camera will pick this up, but that cloud inversion goes as far as the eye can see. Unbelievable, that. I've never seen a cloud inversion so big. That is awesome. Well guys, here we are. Finally got here. Took a little bit longer than expected, but how beautiful is that? Perfectly still reflection in the water. Absolutely stunning. Nice little tarn. That little river flowing out of it. We'll just spin you around. We've still just and so got a view of that cloud inversion going over the sea, and we should catch the sun going down. It is a little boggy underfoot, so we have got a couple of higher bits of ground that we're going to scope out and try and get the tents pitched up there, because time is getting ahead of us now. I think we've got about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour before the sun goes down. So I'll go and get the camera set up to try and capture that sunset, and we'll get the tents up, and then I do believe it's going to be beer o'clock. So yeah, I've got the scarf set up, and we've actually had a visit from a national park ranger following up a report of a tent that was left behind. So I had a good crack with him. He's happy with us that we're following all the LNT. We've already told him that we're going to be tidying that tent up and taking it away, so he's been absolutely bang on with us, to be fair. So yeah, just goes to show that, you know, if you follow the rules correctly, you know, you're taken seriously. Right, finally set up. Had a good crack with the park ranger there. You know, he was coming up to investigate the report of a tent left behind, and he was more than happy for us to continue with our plans to tidy it away, which is cool. He must have stood and talked with us for about 20 minutes. Really cool guy. You know, they aren't stupid. They're no real wild campers from people that go out and take the mick and leave that kind of state behind, you know. It's not cool. So yeah, really nice guy. If you do get to see the video, thank you very much for your time. So yeah, we're all set up, so I'll just run you through my setup for the night, and then it's time for a well-earned nice cold beer. So yeah, Daz and Andy are just up there. Andy's in his Fox 2, and I can see his little Christmas lights twinkling away. Daz is in his Van Gogh Torridon. And just for a bit of practice, I'm in the Scarp one. I brought the poles and everything, full setup, just so I can get a bit of practice putting it up. So I've used the modified ground sheet that I modified last week, which has worked really well. The only thing I did do was put some paracord loops onto the rings that I put in, just so the pegs were further away from the ground sheet. So yeah, that's fully set up. Back on the climate insulated static V with the OEX Leviathan EV900 and my cheap little pillar. OEX solar cook set. I've got some chocky bars and some sweets. I always like to have some of that just as an emergency. and I've got a Korean style beef and rice Wayfarer boil in the bag. I've got my hat and my gloves and my down jacket and everything. The temperature isn't supposed to get too cold tonight, but it should be around about 6 Celsius. So yeah, I've got my little chair over there. So yeah, I'm going to go and crack a beer and have a bit of a natter with the lads. But before I do that, how pretty is that? Right, beer o'clock, guys. We shall see you soon. So this is me and the lads just cleaning up the tent that some absolute scroats decided it was alright to leave on the mountainside. So Andy and Daz are just putting the outer fly and all the poles, see if we can get that in the bag that the tent came in. And over at the Scarp one, I've got the big outer fly sheet put in my own rubbish bag and tied to my tent so it doesn't blow away. I've still got just enough room in there to fit my own rubbish in the morning. But yeah, please don't do this, guys. Take your stuff home with you. So for tea tonight, we've got the Korean style beef and rice and Wayfarers. Got the OAX solar cook set on the go there, just boiling the water straight from the river out the tarn, clear as you like. So we're going to boil that up. So yeah, looking forward to some food. Been sat with the lads, just putting the world to rights, looking at the stars and having a good time. So yeah, gonna have some food and see what the night brings. So I've had my Wayfarer Korean style beef and rice, and that was good. The boil in the bag meals always seem to have more flavour and more substance to them, but obviously they weigh heavier. So really enjoyed that, and I managed to warm my hands up at the same time as well, because it has cooled down. Daz is chilling with his coffee and...
It's my hot chocolate with Baileys.
Hot chocolate and Baileys.
Oh, yeah.
And then if we just have a quick wander over here, Andy's on with making his food for the night. So what we having, Andy?
That there is, I'm frying off some smoked sausage, and I've got a tin of beans to go with it. It's got sausages in too. Yeah, I learnt this recipe from backpacking with Buckley.
Backpacking with Buckley. That's the guy that looks like Santa Claus, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the
Just
fella.
like him.
Yeah. So that's a complicated recipe. So how does that work? Do you just...
Apparently you get smoked sausage.
Yeah.
And you get beans.
Yeah.
And you heat them both up.
At the same time?
I don't know, I thought you'd done the sausages
Sausage first and then the beans.
Yeah.
But it's going to taste good.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
He
sweet.
said it tastes good, so yeah.
Yeah.
Want to try it.
Yeah. Everyone go and check out Backpacking with Buckley from America. Cool lad, gets on some cool adventures, so yeah, go and check him out. And he's got his fairy lights, Christmas lights in his Fox 2. And it's a real shame you can just see one star there. Obviously the camera's not picking it up so well, but the stars are so clear tonight. And we've had such an amazing sunset with the cloud inversion, haven't we, Daz? Mint.
Never seen out like it.
Never seen out like it.
I must say now though, now the moonlight is out, it's kind of taken away some of the stars.
Yeah, if I spin you around, we've got a more or less a full moon just up there. So yeah, absolutely fantastic location.
Not a breath of wind.
Not a breath of wind.
Not too cold yet.
It is cool. It's cool on the hands.
It is.
But yeah, so we're just gonna finish off the rest of the food and have a couple of beers, and generally continue putting the world to rights, aren't we?
Absolutely. Same as always, mate.
Same as always. So yeah, I'll probably bring you back when I'm sat in my tent. Right guys, that's me back in my tent, as you can see. Me, Daz and Andy, we've just sat out there, taking the views in, putting the world to rights. What a cracking night. The camera really didn't pick up the light that was getting emitted from the moon and the stars, but once we turned our head torches off, it was so clear. You could see stars, you could just about reach up and pick them out of the sky. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we've had a cracking night. So that's me just getting warmed up in my bag now. So I'm going to get my head down. And yeah, good times, but unfortunately we found that tent that was left behind. So we've tidied that up and that's ready to go in the morning. So yeah, time to get my head down, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm probably going to be up and away early, as always. So yeah, we'll see you then. Well, good morning everyone. It's about 4 o'clock. I'm up and away a little bit earlier than the Beauty Brothers. That's why I'm whispering now. I don't want to wake the lads up too much. So yeah, I slept really well. Perfectly clear sky. Beautiful to see all the stars. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I'm just going to get myself a quick bite to eat, and then I'm going to get myself away. Hopefully get some footage for you on the way down as well, with it being so clear and so bright. So yeah, I'm going to get myself packed up, so we'll see you guys soon. Right, that's me just about down at the cloud inversion layer. It's starting to get a little bit misty, so I'm going to sign the video off here. As you can see, incredibly mild this morning. I've had to strip off down to my t-shirt. So another very enjoyable camp. A shame it was spoiled a little bit by having to cart Saul's tent back down the mountain that they couldn't be bothered to do. But cool to meet the park ranger. He was really cool with us. Couldn't have been better. Really happy that we were doing it properly and leaving no trace. So yeah, time to get into the clag now and get myself away home. So once again, until next time, stay safe, much love from a Cumbrian lad.